Prachi, first I was a bit curious to know, this is the first time I'm seeing a name like this. Is it your first name entirely or family name here? What is it?
Sir, it's not my family name. Sir, it's combination of two words. So like not running in the family title, I am the only person who is carrying name like this in my family.
But this is your first name only?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Prachi, let us start. I was very interested to see in your DAF that you took part in a debate on Gandhi is still relevant.
Yes, sir.
Do you actually believe that Gandhi is relevant?
Yes, sir.
What did Gandhi stand for, and tell me how he's still relevant? Or the question should be whether people in India still believe in Gandhi.
So the Gandhian philosophy still holds very much significance. And sir, I do believe that people in India believe in Gandhian philosophy, sir. If I have to take example of parameters of Gandhian philosophy, sir, the first would be service for the others. Sir, India itself believes in service for the nations, other nations, sir. The humanitarian peacekeeping missions and the other things which India do for our neighboring countries is a testament of Gandhian philosophy, sir. Sir, the second most important thing which Gandhiji's teach us is truth and integrity. Sir, many civil servants in current times are a testament of truth and integrity in the system, sir.
Okay.
Sir, third...
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let me stop you here.
Yes, sir.
I will appreciate if your question answers us brief.
Okay, sir.
Okay, then I can ask you other questions. One of the most important elements of Gandhian philosophy was secularism and inclusiveness.
Yes, sir.
Right? Raghupati Raghav Rajaram. I hear in the media that there are objections to his bhajan. So my point really is that kind of inclusiveness and secularism, does it still hold true for India in the modern times, when sectarianism is actually seems to be taking a more a predominant position?
Sir, I think India is a vibrant democracy which sees diversity in its different cultures, be it religious philosophies, sir, caste, creed, religion, everything, sir. So, sir, time to time, friction comes in some sectors or some issues, but the basic structure of our country still holds prominence, sir.
So you mean to say that Gandhi still remains the center of the Indian polity and the Indian society?
Yes, sir. Gandhian philosophy is, sir.
Okay. You took part in the MU on environment.
Yes, sir.
Another issue. Environment, lots of slogans raised, lots of ideas raised, but Trump doesn't believe in climate change.
Yes, sir. So, Mr. Trump philosophies is somehow different from the other nations' concerns, sir. He is moving into one direction of making America great again, sir. But world's problem is not only of America's problem, and especially South Asian nations and the island nations are facing such issues. For example, the current migration of people of Tuluva to the Australian islands, sir. So, sir, it shows that climate change and all these issues are real, and we need to talk about it.
Actually, my point was not just America like this, because climate change is a global issue.
Yes, sir.
And everybody has to play a role.
Yes, sir.
If a country like the USA stays out of it and believes in more carbon generation and the carbon intensive industries, then the climate agenda is defeated. So what should be the attempt, or what should the international community do?
Sir, it's right that if influential country like America takes a step back, funding particularly will be very much hampered, sir. But, sir, I think the collective effort of all the other nations in which India is taking a lead, sir, in climate-related aspects, sir, it will be taken care of in my view, sir.
Okay. You have done geography.
Yes, sir.
Can you explain, in terms of geography, why the current developments in Iran are critical for India? Indian foreign policy, to be more precise.
Yes, sir. Sir, India sees Iran as a gateway to the Central Asian republics and Middle East countries, sir, because we are having, sir, deals like Chahabar Fort and all there, sir. But the US sanctions related to Iran imports and, sir, Iran's internal politics also, sir, the turmoil which is going through. Sir, India will face issue in that direction in connectivity particularly, sir, in those regions, sir.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
प्राची
Yes.
IAS IPS बनना लक से नहीं होता है, सही गाइडेंस से होता है। और आज के टाइम पर स्मार्ट प्रिपरेशन का मतलब है घर बैठे ऑनलाइन इंडिया के बेस्ट एजुकेटर्स के साथ, जहां आपको कंप्लीट गाइडेंस और रिसोर्सेज एक ही जगह मिल जाते हैं।
इसीलिए अनअकैडमी यूपीएससी पर इंडिया के बेस्ट एजुकेटर्स आपको वही प्रोसेस सिखाते हैं जो आपको सिलेक्शन तक लेके जाता है,
जिसमें जीएसएससी से थियरी से करंट, एनसीईआरटी से एडवांस सब कुछ आपको पढ़ाया जाएगा। इसमें डाउट रेजोल्यूशन, स्टडी मटेरियल, मॉक टेस्ट और मेंस आंसर राइटिंग भी शामिल है। मतलब प्रिपरेशन का कंप्लीट इकोसिस्टम एक ही जगह पर।
अब आप अपनी यूपीएससी जर्नी शुरू करो इंडिया के टॉप एजुकेटर के साथ, जहां से निकलते हैं मैक्सिमम रैंकर्स हर साल। कंप्लीट प्रिपरेशन इकोसिस्टम यही मिलेगा, वो भी लोएस्ट एवर प्राइस के साथ। लिंक नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन में दिया गया है।
यूपीएससी की तैयारी हो तो
सिर्फ अनअकैडमी के साथ,
क्योंकि यूपीएससी में तो बस
अनअकैडमी ही है।
you are a student of geography and geography was also your optional.
Yes, sir.
I just keep wondering why are Himalayas so fragile? All the time we keep hearing landslides, this and that.
Sir, it's believed that Himalayas are young fold mountains.
It is believed or they are?
So they are. Yes. And the, sir, tectonic seismic activities are still prevalent beneath the Himalayas, sir. So that's one of the reason why Himalayas are so fragile.
I don't think that is the reason. Please go beyond that. I said fragile in terms of frequent landslides, etc. I did not say fragile in terms of occasional earthquakes.
Sir,
it is.
Yes, sir. Sir, I think the fragile nature which Himalayas has due to its physiography, sir, it gets aggravated when we don't support it with the right policies. And
What is that physiography?
Sir, since it's a young fold mountain, so it has tendency to keep increasing and shifting, sir. So, sir.
No. I want to take you to the right answer, but you are not going to that.
Sorry, sir, I'll look into details of it.
From where Himalayas emerged?
Sir, it has emerged from the tectonic activities, sir. When
From
Asian
under
and
the Tethys Sea?
Yes, sir, Tethys Sea.
From under the Tethys Sea?
Yes, sir.
So what folded upwards? Bed of the Tethys Sea.
Yes, sir.
So what is the outer layer of Himalayas? What is found on the bed of
Tethys Sea.
Tethys Sea,
Yes,
or any sea for that matter.
Yes.
What is that? Sedimentary material.
Sediments, yes,
That
sir.
is weak.
Yes, sir.
That is fragile.
Yes, sir.
That will slide down.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So
Think.
thank you for letting me know the exact details, sir. Yes.
Think.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I
sir.
am not a student of geography.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Let's move. You did some diploma on governance?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If I say that emergence of Naxalism in Bihar
Yes, sir.
was primarily due to lack of governance or bad governance, you will agree or disagree?
Sir, I'll agree to it.
Now justify that agreement.
Yes, sir. Sir, the earlier phase of Naxalism in 1967 and those periods, sir, Bihar also saw political instability, where we can see that after independence till 2000, Bihar saw changes of 30 chief minister within a short period of time. So, sir, it was a period of political instability and which created a vacuum for governance, and that's how Naxalism could grow that bigger in Bihar, sir.
That's a little far-fetched. That was a feudal society,
Okay, sir.
and lack of governance led to rampage
Yes, sir.
by the feudal lords.
Yes, sir.
And who were the sufferers?
Sir, the lower caste people and the downtrodden.
Caste? No.
Sir, the people which were having no lands.
Low class. Low class.
Okay,
The
sir.
poor.
Yes, sir.
It is a different thing that most of them were either scheduled caste or scheduled tribe.
Yes, sir.
But the distinguishing feature is low class,
Yes, sir.
economically very weak, who cannot fight for their rights, who cannot stand for their rights.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Education.
Yes, sir.
When we think in terms of elementary education, we find that if there are 1,000 school-going children in a village, seats are not available for 1,000 in the formal system, maybe for 400 or 500 or 600.
Yes, sir.
So a gap remains.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Even with the best of intention, those 300 or 400 young children cannot go to formal
Education.
education.
Yes, sir.
So what are the avenues available to those children? I'm asking because your father is or was headmaster of his.
Yes, sir. Sir, one solution which I can think of is, sir, keeping 2 shifts in a school. So that keeping 2 shifts in the same school, sir. So that
Think of informal education.
so vocational training can be one of the way where children can be trained in.
Vocational training will come after the children knows alphabet.
Yes, sir. So I think one of the way can be, sir, people.
Anganwadis.
Yes, sir.
Is there a system of informal education in Anganwadi centers?
Yes, sir.
Hai?
Yes, sir.
So it should have come to. All right.
Okay.
Prachi.
Thank you, sir.
Please.
Okay. How does the geography
Yes, sir.
define the history of a state?
Yes, sir. Sir, geography, due to geography, the history is a testament that whether it's colonization, the agricultural pattern which currently a state has, it is due to geography. Sir, for example, Punjab and Haryana provided plain areas, and so that's why they became a battleground for so many wars in the Indian history, sir. Sir, similarly, in states like Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, geography supports alluvial plain, so sir, they became agricultural belts, sir. So I think in this way history is defined.
So on this basis, can you cite very lucky nations or lucky nation states and, shall we say, not so lucky nation states, defined as by their geography?
Sir, I think with the advent of technological and other aspects, there is no any such thing like lucky and being unlucky as each
So may I
nation-
give you some examples?
Yes, sir.
There are 3 categories of states:
Yes, sir.
developed, emerging or developing,
Yes, sir.
and undeveloped.
Yes, sir.
Those undeveloped states include states like Afghanistan.
Yes, sir.
Now there is a geographical characteristic which also defines their fate.
Yes, sir.
Landlocked countries.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So will you not cite those countries which are unable to emerge because of their geographical position?
Yes, sir. Geography can be one of the reason, but sir, I think the nature, like the way you talked about being landlocked. But sir, in current times, the technological problem.
Not just that.
Yes,
what
sir.
about sub-Saharan African countries? Because of their climate.
Yes, sir.
Would you like to comment on that?
Yes, sir. So the climate which Africa faces is very extreme. So, sir, human development has been compromised in that aspect in Africa, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Since you have done diploma in governance and government studies,
Yes, sir.
is it correct to say that India is a under-governed and over-regulated country?
अगर आप ये टॉपर मॉक इंटरव्यू देख रहे हो, मतलब आप सीरियस हो। आईएएस आईपीएस बनना लक से नहीं होता है, सही गाइडेंस से होता है। और आज के टाइम पर स्मार्ट प्रिपरेशन का मतलब है घर बैठे ऑनलाइन इंडिया के बेस्ट एजुकेटर्स के साथ, जहां आपको कंप्लीट गाइडेंस और रिसोर्सेज एक ही जगह मिल जाते हैं।
इसीलिए अनअकैडमी यूपीएससी पर इंडिया के बेस्ट एजुकेटर्स आपको वही प्रोसेस सिखाते हैं जो आपको सिलेक्शन तक लेके जाता है,
जिसमें जीएस से थियरी से करंट, एनसीईआरटी से एडवांस सब कुछ आपको पढ़ाया जाएगा। इसमें डाउट रेजोल्यूशन, स्टडी मटेरियल, मॉक टेस्ट और मेंस आंसर राइटिंग भी शामिल है। मतलब प्रिपरेशन का कंप्लीट इकोसिस्टम एक ही जगह पर।
अब आप अपनी यूपीएससी जर्नी शुरू करो इंडिया के टॉप एजुकेटर के साथ, जहां से निकलते हैं मैक्सिमम रैंकर्स हर साल। कंप्लीट प्रिपरेशन इकोसिस्टम यही मिलेगा। वो भी लोएस्ट एवर प्राइस के साथ। लिंक नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन में दिया गया है।
यूपीएससी की तैयारी हो तो
सिर्फ अनअकैडमी के साथ,
क्योंकि यूपीएससी में तो बस
अनअकैडमी ही है।
Sir, Indian Constitution has provided us various articles like Article.
I'm not questioning that. My question is pointed.
Yes, sir.
Please confine yourself to the scope of the question. Your answer should confine to
Okay.
the scope of the question. Scope
Yes,
of the question is it undergoverned and overregulated? Okay, give me the answer, an honest one, for the first part. Is it undergoverned?
Sir, it is undergoverned in some areas. Sir, like the belts which see left-wing extremism and these cases, sir.
What about pollution, traffic control, bad condition of the roads, the water, the sewage water mixing into the drinking water,
Yes, sir.
the health facilities, the crime?
Sir, I think the concerns are there, but it should not be equated with under-governance. Rather, it should be seen as that governance too have many constraints, sir. So, like the infrastructure constraints which governance see and other aspects, sir.
Are you sure?
Sir, I think so. It should have.
What
been
about
seen in
this
that way.
mixing of water? The
Sir.
tragedy in Indore? Is it not lack of governance?
Yes, sir. It's mismanagement and lack of governance.
Okay.
Yes.
And over-regulation? Regulation even for a peak dan, what color of wall the factory should have?
Sir, these are time-to-time notions which have been attached to a particular governance setup. But sir, I don't.
Do you know 65,000 compliances are required for starting an industry?
Yes,
In that
sir.
context.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
All right. We discussed this governance.
Yes, sir.
Is Delhi a well-governed state?
Sir, Delhi has its own share of issues, but if we see in whole, Delhi is becoming a good governed state, sir.
Please tell me where.
Sir, in like the sir talked about traffic congestion in the terms of public transportation things, sir. Delhi Metro has done fairly well, sir.
Okay.
So second would be planning of various regions, sir. For example, the current Central Vista project, sir.
Central Vista doesn't affect the country, doesn't affect a common man. It's photo optics. How has it changed your life? Has it made life better for a common citizen in Delhi?
But the sir, people who are deciding the fate for and the policy makers,
They are more comfortable. They were equally comfortable in the old parliament. The people who changed the world were not sitting in air-conditioned offices. They were striving in the villages and rural. No civil servant has changed India, but civil servants who left civil services and went to the villages, they have changed the villages. Isn't
Yes.
it? Okay. Let's say if Mahatma Gandhi ji was to come alive today,
Yes, sir.
what would he say about when he looked around?
Sir, I think Gandhiji would be very sad seeing the corruption status, particularly in the country, sir, and the way environment challenges are going in the country, sir. That's also.
So he would be sad.
Yes.
Yeah, corruption was declared by the Prime Minister from the Red Fort as a national problem.
Yes, sir.
But I have not seen one heavyweight corruption case coming to an end in last 10 years. So to me it looks like photo optics and for public consumption, and then you forget about it. Can you name me one heavyweight corruption case which has been going on for more than 10 years which has been brought to a conclusion?
Sir, I'm not currently able to cite any example, sir.
Because there are none. Otherwise you would have cited. So now when we're talking of developed India, nobody gives an example of India as a company of good character, but people give example of Japan, people give example of Nordic countries, people give Japan of example of Singapore. So given the state of character which Mahatma Gandhi ji would have been sad about, you think India can really become a sustainable developed country? Or it will be, okay, you're doing well here, there, somewhere, but overall something that will not keep you sustained there as a developed country? Primarily because of character. Your view?
Yes, sir. So character is the most important virtue. And sir, if one holds a strong character, then the person can work efficiently in all the fields.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Be it in personal life or civic senses, sir, corruption issue, sir, all the problems will be taken care of if one holds a strong character, sir.
Good. Now, Delhi governance, 1.7 to 2 million people in India
Yes, sir.
die as a direct consequence of pollution. As a direct consequence of pollution.
Yes, sir.
It has never been debated.
Yes.
No white
sir.
paper
No,
on
sir.
pollution.
Yes, sir.
No minister has ever made a statement.
Yes.
So I start doubting, who are they for? Are they meant to have their posters all over the country? But something that bothers the health of so many people. So many people have not died in the wars in India ever since I fought from 1947. But 1 year so many people are dying. So where is the accountability?
Yes, sir. I do think that the winter session of Parliament should have intervened and should have debated on this topic. It's a issue of public health emergency, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So unless your people are healthy, next generation will be an unhealthy generation of Indians, especially in the NCR and
Yes,
metro
sir.
countries.
Yes, sir.
Out of the top 50 polluted countries in the world, how many are in India?
Sir, I'm not aware about the exact figure, but Delhi is one of the highest polluted cities
There are
in the
about
world.
39 of the world's 50 most polluted cities are in India.
Okay, thanks for
And
letting-
therefore, the population in 50 countries,
Yes, sir.
in those 50 cities, will be a sick population.
Yes, sir, definitely.
How will they contribute to our development?
So the human development part will be heavily compromised because,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah. So when young students like you protested at Delhi, they arrested some of them as being part of the banned organization. So how do you, as a citizen, I get disillusioned of the people that we put there. They are protesting against a very serious issue, as provided for in Constitution, peaceful protest, and you arrest some of them. So what should happen? More people should come out on the street for the
Sir-
right cause in the right way. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. So definitely more people should come. And here comes the role of Gandhiji's philosophy, which he has taught. That Satya and Ahimsa should be there, sir. And the method of passive resistance should be followed, sir. Sometimes what happens is when students protest or any organization protests, sir, sometimes it becomes a mere slogan issues. And sir, people do not want to have a conversation with different stakeholders. So sir, I think the way Gandhiji taught that we should have a patient mind when we are doing passive resistance, that can be a way forward, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Miss Prachi,
Yes, ma'am.
you have done geography as your graduation,
Yes, ma'am.
and you have mentioned about Tuvalu. I know the island nation migration is happening. Why it is called as world's first planned migration?
Ma'am, because the entire island nation faced the dearth of climate change, and ma'am, it was submerging inside the ocean. So sir, it was the compulsion of the entire island nation to move to other part.
So that's why it is called planned migration. You think so?
Ma'am, I think it can be one of the reasons.
No, there is a different reason for this. Okay, there is something called as a Fallipilli Union Treaty, no, which this government of
Okay,
Tuvalu signs with Australia.
Okay,
Yes.
ma'am, I'll look into it.
Yeah,
Ma'am.
and that is called climate visa. So have you heard about this climate visa?
Yes, ma'am, I've heard about
So
this.
how it is different from other visas?
Ma'am, other visas particularly is for work, travel, and other thing, and here it's people are migrating because of the climate of
Climate issue.
Yes, ma'am.
And what is so special about this Tuvalu's climate visa?
Ma'am, I have not read the entire issue, ma'am, but I think it must be something related to if people are facing climate issues, they should be allowed to move to other nation, ma'am.
It is not only allowing, they are getting permanent residency in Australia, and without any, you take any visa, there should be
Yes,
some
ma'am.
job offers.
Yes, ma'am.
All this. But here, that is not required. Flexibility is there, okay? Read about it.
Yes, ma'am, I'll read about it.
See, same. you would have known about Kiribati, the island, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Kiribati.
Yes, ma'am.
So they also, the Kiribati president, Anath Tang, he is the first one to coin a term called, migration with dignity. What is meant by that? Migration with dignity.
Ma'am, it's been seen in the international affair data if a person migrates from one country to another, they are not treated in a good way because, ma'am, sometimes they are labeled as refugee or coming from other states. But, ma'am, it's the compulsion which has been created by the overall climate change, ma'am. So it's not like they want to move to other place, but they have been forced to move to other place due to climate change. So, ma'am, that's why I think movement should be with dignity, that they are facing this issue because it's a collective problem, ma'am.
So you have said the surface level understanding of this term, as you said.
Yes, ma'am.
They are forced to leave, from
Yes,
one
ma'am.
country. They are not willingly going. But
Yes, ma'am.
here he has meant to have said that on the basis of voluntary moving.
Okay, ma'am.
And the other country accepting it should give them every opportunity to develop and progress, right?
Okay.
Education, healthcare. Read about that.
Yes,
okay?
ma'am. I'll read about it.
Recently, scientists have discovered about marine dark waves. What do you know about it?
Ma'am, I'm not currently aware about this.
Are you aware about marine heat waves?
Yes, ma'am.
What are they?
Ma'am, due to the climate change issue, marine animals and other creatures are also facing issue, ma'am. And the sunlight which are trapped in the marine, ma'am, it is not getting reflected in the proper way. So a heat island is being trapped inside the ocean, ma'am. So that's the marine heat waves, ma'am.
That means exactly what is happening. You said heat is trapped.
Yes, ma'am.
That means what is the meaning you want to tell or explain here?
Ma'am, the particulates like ma'am, carbon dioxide is not getting dissolved properly because other radical elements are being formed, ma'am. For example, if we see in the case of ocean acidification, ma'am.
Simple, very simple. You can explain.
Yes, ma'am.
When the temperature of the water exceeds 3 to 4 degrees than the average temperature.
Okay, ma'am.
No,
Yes,
that we
ma'am.
call as in a particular place.
Yes, ma'am.
Maybe different reasons can be for that.
Yes,
that we
ma'am.
call as marine heat wave. Yes.
Okay.
One final question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Soil profile.
Yes, ma'am.
Shortly, tell me the horizons.
Ma'am, it has been primarily divided into 5 layers, ma'am, A, B, C, D, E, F. It's upper layer, which is like topsoil layer, and the lower layer is, ma'am, humus layer.
You have left organic layer. O horizon. Topsoil.
Yes, ma'am. Topsoil is, yes, ma'am.
Yes. Then?
Ma'am, topsoil, then, ma'am, parent material. Ma'am, topsoil is there, ma'am, with humus. Ma'am, then there is like remnants of that in the B profile. Ma'am, then
What is B profile? What is B?
Ma'am, as far I have read, it's been classified into 5 different zones, ma'am. A, B, C, D, E, F, according to the nature of the sediments which are found there, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. We will explain this.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Over to you, sir.
All right. Prachi, what is the date of your interview?
Sir, it's 12th of February.
12th of February. And this is the first interview that you'll
Yes,
be
sir.
doing?
Yes, sir.
Have you done mocks before this?
Yes, sir.
And what is the feedback you got there?
Sir, I need to articulate my answers and structure it in a better way.
Okay. Okay, number one, you have a very pleasant personality. I don't see anything wrong with your articulation.
Okay, sir.
And structural, yes, depending upon the knowledge you have, you are able to structure your answer properly. There is just one thing that I would say here
Yes.
that you need to address, and you have plenty of time to do so. On most of the issues, whenever there is a kind of a contradiction or a conflict between what you are saying and the acceptable government point of view,
Okay, sir.
you tend to believe that it is not good to go against what the government is saying or what the official point of view is.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, as a good bureaucrat, you will obviously follow the government policy, but the board will also look for somebody who can think independently.
Yes, sir.
And not only think independently, but also be able to convince, have the conviction of the point of view that the person has.
Yes, sir.
I noticed on many occasions, even when they were, and it will happen there in the board,
Yes, sir.
there's somebody who thinks that he should try and see, he or she should try and see if you can actually be broken from that mold, will counter question you
Okay, sir.
and will give the alternative point of view.
Yes, sir.
And you, even when they're convincing point of view that yes, your point of view can be altered, can be changed, you continue to reiterate that.
Okay, sir.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When these things happen, it is best not to reiterate that has been said already. But basically, they are trying to see how far you can be provoked
Yes, sir.
into the discussion.
Yes, sir.
Rather than getting provoked into a discussion or stating the same again, the best thing to do is say that, sir or ma'am, this is my point of view in view of what you have said. I will think again.
Okay, sir.
All right.
Okay, sir.
You should not give the kind of message that you are rigid on your point of view.
Okay, sir.
Don't.
Okay, sir.
For example, on Gandhi,
Yes, sir.
you continued, even with the other member of the board, you continue to do that.
Okay, sir.
All right.
Okay, sir.
So just leave it there.
Okay, sir.
Again, environment.
Yes, sir.
I would have preferred personally for you to take cognizance of the fact that a country like the USA withdrawing from the climate negotiations is going to impact on the climate change. I mean, any kind of a universal agreement on climate. Whether India leads it or not is a different matter altogether.
Yes, sir.
So, but you are not prepared to say that yes, it will have an impact.
Okay, sir. Sir, may I ask a question?
Your questions will be taken after all the feedback is over.
Okay.
I will answer your questions at that time. So that's the only thing I would say, that when you find that there could be a case for course correction, do the course correction.
Okay, sir.
Where you think you still need to take time to think, take time to think. I said that I will need time to think about it.
Okay, sir.
But don't get into a debate.
Okay, sir.
Otherwise, you are good, pleasant, structure is okay, good, articulation is good, nothing to worry about. But just read more and more. And your interview is on the 12th of February.
Yes, sir.
So finance,
Yes.
budget. We have not asked you any questions on budget or the rupee or the economy, etc. There's an article today which talked about 5 things which the budget must look into.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes,
So
sir.
keep in touch with all that.
Okay, sir.
All the best to you.
Thank you, sir.
Prachi,
Yes, sir.
when you give answer,
Yes, sir.
first figure out what a question is.
Okay, sir.
And your answer should be as approximate to it as possible.
Okay, sir.
And don't see far-fetched correlations. Things should be, again, close.
Yes, sir.
Cause and effect should be close,
Okay.
not very far-fetched.
Yes, sir.
Got the point?
Yes, sir.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Most of the important points are already communicated to you.
Yes, sir.
You have a tendency to dig your heels and then get into a argument sort of thing. Not argument, you stuck to your guns.
Okay, sir.
And when I cited the examples which are staring us in the face, all of us,
Yes, sir.
then your argument becomes untenable, isn't it? Nobody will appreciate that you are trying to, you are not a spokesperson of a political party. In fact, it will be held against you
Yes, sir.
that you were diligently trying to, it's not Times Now debate. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm citing a name of a channel.
Yes.
Or Mr. Somebody who nation wants to know.
Yes.
It's not that debate.
Okay, sir.
It's your interview.
Yes, sir.
And you are being interviewed for your personality to see whether you can clearly see the things as they are,
Yes, sir.
objectively.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes.
Just work on that. Rest is good. You are articulate and you can brush up whatever your optional subject is.
Yes,
And everything, all 6 parts of your GS
Yes, sir.
all the current side of those 6 parts.
Okay.
UPSC has very carefully crafted everything.
Yes, sir.
Everything will be covered in that.
Okay.
All the
sir.
best.
Okay, Prachi, you're very pleasant. You dressed up very well. You can convey, express your ideas. But my point was same as his point,
Yes, sir.
that maybe somewhere in a lot of these mock interviews, a lot of people do suggest that don't question government policies.
Yes,
You know?
sir.
But that's, in my view, is not a, you have to have a view which can be justified.
Yes, sir.
Government with best intentions does something, but that may not necessarily be the best option. There may be other views also to consider.
Yes, sir.
So without criticizing that, you can actually bring out the fact and justify it with certain facts and figures. All right?
Yes, sir.
Also, wherever it is possible, important articles of constitution and court judgments.
Yes, sir.
Wherever it is relevant, you can support your answer with those articles of constitution, court judgments. Do that.
Okay, sir.
That makes your answer complete. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Rest, you were very good. So you'll do well. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
Miss Prachi,
Yes, ma'am.
it's a time like you have to stop here and then think where you're going a bit wrong in your interview. You're good. Okay,
Yes,
with
ma'am.
respect to knowledge, you're having ample of knowledge. But presentation of answers is very important.
Yes, ma'am.
Whatever we think we cannot present, we
Yes,
have to carefully articulate our points and then speak out. So 2 things I like to say. One is that when you are having a surface knowledge about a topic,
Yes,
it's better you stay away from it.
Okay, ma'am.
Because the panel member would have read more about that. They would be asking supplementary questions to you,
Yes, ma'am.
as in the case of 12. I know. So that climate visa, all these things. So that discussion can happen in another topic.
Yes, ma'am.
Second is clarity is very important. Clarity of what you are expressing.
Yes, ma'am.
When I was asking you about marine heat waves,
Yes, ma'am.
you don't complicate things.
Okay,
You
ma'am.
are unnecessarily complicating. Do you understand? You have knowledge based on your graduation, so you drag everything into it and then you blast that topic. No.
Okay, ma'am.
Keep it very simple. Because the other one is not a geography graduate.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you are explaining a marine heat wave, simply explain it.
Okay, ma'am.
As I have told you.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
these 2 things I like to say. Third, when I was asking about soil layers,
Yes, ma'am.
you became bit agitated inside because you have learned 5 layers and why she is again repeatedly asking me this. But you have missed, that's why I told you, focus in what you speak.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, so what you have done is that you have missed that B, horizon you have said, and I was asking after topsoil what comes, you are telling that it is parent material.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
what is in between? Subsoil.
Subsoil,
You
yes,
have
ma'am.
missed it, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's why I was trying to pull it from your mouth.
Okay, ma'am.
So don't worry, you have to focus. Be
Okay.
collected. Even if they are asking cross question, just observe it, take some time, then you reframe your answer.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, you are doing good, so don't spoil what you are doing.
Okay, ma'am.
These things.
Okay.
All the best.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, your questions now.
Yes, sir. Sir, regarding the questions which sir asked me, like over regulation, under governance over regulation, how to handle those questions like without being too critical?
May I just for a moment? I told you earlier that many questions will be put to you with an idea to see what you think,
Yes, sir.
and then could be also to see and whether you can be provoked
Yes, sir.
into a kind of a contradictory positions.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So whatever your opinion may be in terms of over-regulation, under-regulation, etc., etc., if you have an opinion, give the opinion.
Okay, sir.
But you should be prepared to defend the opinion at least once.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now, I'm not going to tell you what your opinion should be. Maybe you said that yes, over-regulation is good. People in India don't believe in the democracy and therefore they need to be disciplined. Could be your point of view.
Okay, sir.
That's your point of view. Okay?
Yes, sir.
But defend it. But do not get into a debate.
Okay, sir.
That is all. Those questions are really put to you to see your level of thinking.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So,
Look, only as an illustration I am giving you. It is possible to take a position that, sir, both elements coexist.
Yes, sir.
Under governance is also obtainable, observable in our system. Some examples like our traffic, road condition, pollution situation, and incidents like children falling into bore wells and in rural areas, and water contamination, etc.
Yes, sir.
So these indicate, I get a sense that they seem to confirm the first part of the statement.
Yes, sir.
And the second part also stands equally, appears valid, because apparently there are 65,000 compliances. If you read Sabharwal's this thing,
Yes, sir.
from Team Lee's, he says 65,000 compliances are required.
Okay, sir.
So this kind of a scenario, and excise departments wants that there should be only one entry in a restaurant or a bar.
Yes, sir.
Fire department wants that there should be multiple entries and exits.
Yes, sir.
So there are contradictory regulations like this.
Yes.
These examples given, one gets a sense that there is, the regulation part of the statement is also correct.
Okay, sir.
Both are
On the
correct.
whole, Prachi,
Yes,
the
sir.
idea is it's an illustration. You should think of the answer on your own.
Okay, sir.
There can be thousands of questions. Nobody can tutor for each question.
Yes, sir.
Think of the question in your mind and see whether you can defend that position or not. That's all.
Okay, sir. And sir, if a situation arises that I take a stand, then honorable board member add some inputs and I change my stand. So
Change it.
okay. Okay.
New information is always welcome.
Okay, sir.
See?
So I can do it okay, sir.
You can change your stand.
Yes, sir.
But again, after changing the stand, if the board member says that, but this is what you were saying before,
Yes, sir.
then you should be able to give a reasonable explanation as to why you change the stand.
Okay, sir.
We are looking at thinking.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Nothing else.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. So I got all the points. Okay. Thank you, sir.
All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.